Hello, everybody. Good morning to you. It is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024, here in northern New Jersey. And it's pretty lousy. It's raining right now. It's going to be raining all week. Pretty rotten, depressing day. I don't like the rain during the week. I like it on the weekends, preferably Sunday, but that's just me. Everybody is different. And especially me because I have to work outside. So I'm outside a lot. So I don't particularly care for the rain when it rains during the week. I started the show early this morning. I was going to start it for 20 after 9, but there's a couple of things I have to do. I'm actually broadcasting this from my home because I've been having a problem with my phone. My phone has been giving me a big problem, and it's been cutting in and out. And rather than have my listeners not be able to hear what I'm saying, cutting it out, and what I'm saying, I just decided to do it from my home. So I know it's kind of early this morning. So let me get myself together here. I got a cup of coffee. Hi, Teresa. Good morning to you. How are you, hon? Chromo, how are you? Gianni, good morning, everybody. It's pretty miserable here. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear because I'm coming to you from um my home. You know what? Let me just see something here. Okay, there I am. Okay. You see, I'm not. I don't. I'm not even. I'm using Streamyard, and I don't even have the green screen set up. So, you see me. The background is all because I'm not using the green screen or the studio lights or anything. So it's really weird, really really strange when I don't use that because I don't really use uh let's see. Not that I don't want that. Yeah, okay, there I am. Okay. I don't use StreamYard that much. And when you don't use something a lot, you forget how to use it. I use OBS a lot. So anyway, what I was saying was National Transgender Day on March 31st. I mean, it just so happened to fall on Easter. But like, what is the president? What is he thinking of? What? I don't understand. My friends are all. I won't even tell you what my friends were saying. But and you had the protesters in St. Patrick's because I think it was either the governor or the mayor made the announcement and like National Transgender Day. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he said, Ralph, he said, the bathrooms down in Atlantic City, there's no men and women in some of the casinos. Now it just says transgender. I said, then you're kidding me. He goes, no, I'm not. Like, this never happened like years ago, right? This never happened years ago. So what is happening to us? What is happening to the world? What is this guy doing? What is he thinking? National Transgender Day. Now listen, I grew up old school, okay? This is my opinion. I grew up old school. And I mean everybody's entitled to their opinion, but for me, I don't care for that. I can't see somebody dressing up as a woman or a woman dressing up as a man. I mean, I'm old school, and that's my opinion. But, this has gone on for years. So why all of a sudden making a big deal out of it, right? Right? Why make a big deal out of it? Have bathrooms with that on there and have a national day, National Transgender Day. I don't want to start cursing. I'm really I'm really holding back. But it's just right, Johnny. It's disgusting. We're old school. Teresa, me, you. I'm sure Cromwell is. I mean, we're an older generation. Like, what's going to happen? You know, when my grandkids get older. They're 11 and 12. Like, what are they in store for? You know. And the other thing too, in New York, they got the National Guard in the subways, and the crime is still the same, if not worse, with the National Guard in the subways. That you got to put the National Guard in the subways because crime has gotten so bad. I just read on the internet that some mother was shot 7 times down the shore. 7 times. Of course, she's dead, but maybe that she rest in peace. But I mean, like, what is? I don't like to come out here and be the bearer of bad news, but I'm just bringing up things that are kind of like current events. They are current events because I call them current events. And we were just my friends and I were just all shocked and it was on the front page of I think it was the Post. It was right on the front page. But like you have to say to yourself, what is this guy thinking of? 8 more months. Are we going to make it to 8 more months? Are we going to make it to 8 more months? That's what I'm worried about. Unbelievable. Right, Teresa. All you can say is wow. I was Edwin had a very good show this morning. I didn't really get very much sleep last night. I went to bed very early yesterday, and I was practically. I've been up all night, so I didn't get a lot of sleep at all. So I don't know. I don't know what's in store, for me for the rest of the day. In fact, I was thinking about calling out. But hi, Patty. How are you, hon? Yeah, Patty. Seriously. I was just telling this to somebody yesterday, a girlfriend of mine. She's a girlfriend. I said, Renee, I said, every time I turn around and I go onto Facebook, it's nothing but bad news. Either somebody's dying or somebody's ill, right? Then I got my friends who are up there. They're in their 60s, Some of them are in their 70s. Some of them are in their late 80s. And of course, you know, each one of them have different ailments. And then I got to listen to them and their ailments. So that's another thing, you know. So I'm surrounded, right? Well, the way I could remedy that is just don't go on Facebook because every time I go on there, it's bad news. Facebook used to be a fun thing to go on. You post pictures of your family, you know, wish people happy birthday. But now it's who's got this, who's dying of cancer, who's in the hospital, who's having an operation. I mean, Jesus, I mean, you can't get away from this bad news. Then you go to shopping and the prices are off the wall. One good thing is, though, I got to tell you something. I got an email from my landlord, right? And it said, what in the heading it said rent notice, right? I said, oh, here we go. I'm getting a rent increase. But no, it said we are not increasing your rent in 2024. What a shocker that was, right? Because they usually increase the rent 5%. That's all they're allowed here in Nutley. So I was like really surprised. Like I never got an email like that. Usually it's, we're increasing your rent to whatever it is based on 5%. That's true, Patty. We can only control what we can control. And a lot of things are out of our control, unfortunately. A lot of things are out of our control. We don't have control over prices of food. We don't have control over gas. We don't have control over rent. you know, that's why I say, with all the things that are going on around the world off of YouTube, is to go to a channel on YouTube where there isn't any drama and there isn't any arguing or fighting or things of that nature. Because I mean, like for myself, I work 10 hours a day. And when I go home at night, I'm tired. Sometimes I'll bring some food home from the restaurant, but not all the time, because how much Italian food can you eat? So sometimes I'll be cooking at 9 o'clock at night, right? So by the end of the day, and I work 10 hours a day. And believe me, I don't have to work, but I work to keep busy. That's just me. It's my personality. And, I'm shot. So if I do turn YouTube on, if I do go onto YouTube through my TV, I want to go to a channel that's peaceful, right? Like Edwin's channel, right? Because I know some people that are depressed and down in the dumps. All you have to do is go to Edwin's channel, and you'll get uplifted real fast. So you understand what I'm saying? Why do you want to go to a place that's going to be miserable when the stuff that's going on outside in the world? Like Patty said, we have no control over the things that are going on outside of YouTube. You know, so and it's very hard. It's very hard sometimes to stay positive when everything is happening to you all at once. It's very, very difficult. And when people say, "Oh, don't worry about it. Things will get better. Don't worry about it." Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Hold on a second. Yeah, I take a lot of vitamins, Patty. In fact, I went to the vitamin store. When was it? What was it? Yesterday? Yes, it was. No, Sunday. No, Saturday. Because my younger son, who's very big into vitamins and minerals, I went and got some magnesium magnesium glycinate, something like that, and collagen I got, and ashwagandha. So I take a lot of vitamins and minerals. You know, I don't smoke anymore, so that helps too. But you're right. As you get older, you don't bounce back as quickly as you did when you were younger. Like if I get a cold, it seems like it lingers forever. And now that allergy season is here, all my now something that's happening to me that never happened before is my nose keeps running. It keeps running, and then after I blow it, I don't want to get gross, but the inside gets hard. So I said to my chiropractor, I said, Paul, his name is Paul. I said, my nose keeps running. I said, it never ran before. I said, what the hell's going on? He goes, it's because of the weather. Hi, Chris. How are you? How are you, buddy? He says, because of the weather. He says, you know what you do? Go and get some. What the hell did he tell me to get? Some kind of a lemon thing that you stick you stick up your nose that makes your nose like lubricated. You know what I'm saying? I got it written down on my phone, but you can only go and get it at Whole Foods. When I went to the vitamin store, I couldn't get it. But you're right, Patty. When you get older, you don't bounce back as quickly. Like for another thing too is I'm not a drinker, but if I drank and got drunk and had a hangover, I'd have a hangover for a week. Whereas it used to be like a day, right? But I don't drink, and I can't stand getting drunk. So, oh, vapor rub, but you know what, Teresa? I have vapor rub in the medicine cabinet, but I don't know. It's not my nose is not stuffed. My nose is not stuffed. It just it's really weird. It never. Hello, Chris. How are you? I said hello to you already. Um, It's not. It's right here. See, it runs. Let me turn this camera around. Hold on a second. It runs, and then inside my nose, it gets hard. So he told me to get this stick that you stick in your nose, and you go like this, and you lubricate your nose, and that takes away the. I don't want to get gross here. You know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, I got all these problems. All these things are popping up. Oh my God. Let me just turn this on. Hold on a second. All right, Chris is saying hello to Patty. Chris is saying hello to Gianni. Let me do a roll call. Who's here? Teresa, Patty, Chris, and did I say Gianni? Oh, Teresa, please. That second plateau. Oh my God. But you know something? I got to tell you something. I'm not bragging. I'm not slowing down at all. Maybe it'll happen to me all at once. My son said to me the other day, he goes, Dad, he goes, I don't know how you do it. He goes, you work 10 hours a day. Now, he's 38, right? And he says, I'm shot. I'm tired. Well, first of all, I said to him, look, you don't take vitamins of any kind. You don't exercise. You don't eat right. What do you expect? What do you expect? That's why you're tired. You don't feel good. You gotta take care of yourself. Does he smoke? No, he doesn't smoke. But I told him those three things. But these kids, it goes in one ear and out the other. No, see, Chris, that's the problem. That's the problem. It does dry up. It does dry up, and then it gets crusty in my nose. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be picking my nose. I'm driving a catering truck with company name on, and then you see this guy driving the catering truck picking his nose. They get a phone call. Hey, listen, I just saw your driver picking his nose in the catering truck. I could just imagine that. But that's what happens. That's what happens. Drying it up is not the problem. It dries up by itself. And then it'll drip by itself. Like what? That never happened to me before. My nose will drip just like out of nowhere. He said it's the weather. He said, Ralph, it's the weather. He says, I have the same problem. So I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad. Zyrtex? Okay. What is that, Patty? What is Zyrtex? I've heard of that. I know the allergies are very, very bad right now. And I never had allergies before. But allergies you can get at any age. That comes on. It doesn't you can get it at any age. But I've heard of Zyrtex. I don't know what that is. Can anybody recommend anything for sleep? Like if you can't fall asleep, but not melatonin, because I had melatonin. That works on me, but I ran out. So it's an antihistamine. Okay. Yeah, antihistamines are funny, Patty, because on me they work the opposite. Some antihistamines on people, it makes them drowsy. Me, it speeds me up. Tylenol PM for sleeping. Okay. Is that capsule or is that? I guess that's capsule or liquid, either or. Okay, Tylenol PM. I had that, Teresa. I just bought that. Teresa, I don't know if you're listening to the beginning of the show. I went to the vitamin store on Saturday, and I bought magnesium glycinate. And because what was happening was when I was walking up the steps and I stopped, my legs were like burning a little bit. And I thought it was poor circulation, but it's not. I forgot what the doctor called it. And he told me to get magnesium glycinate. And I've been taking it. And It's gone. The burning is gone. They told me that it's magnesium glycinate is very good for you. It's also good for sleeping too. It's very, very healthy for you. I also got pure collagen because when you get older, you lose the collagen out of your body. So you take it's chocolate. You take it with milk. All right. So I have all these things that everybody is suggesting, which is really, really good. I really, really appreciate that. No, you're right, Crumble. The environment doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. Nothing is helping. Not only do we have shitty environment, shitty weather, but we got shitty everything all the way around. Like I said, it's so hard to stay positive. It really is. It really is so hard to stay positive. But I know you can't let things get you down. You really can't. So I hope everybody had a nice Easter. The holiday's over. And now the next holiday is, I guess, Memorial Day, right? Yeah, Memorial Day. Do you do, Teresa? You live in Allergy Valley? Is that what you're saying? Well, we have a lot of trees here in Nutley. Hello, Spirit. How are you, hon? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Tranny Day. Yeah, Tranny Day. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have a lot of trees here in Nutley, and I'm close to and a lot of plants, a lot of flowers. We have, in Branchford Park here in Belleville, in Newark, we have the cherry blossoms. So we have there's a lot of pollen in the area that I'm in. So it's very hard, if you have allergies. I mean, this is the time. This is the allergy season. Crum was saying hello to Spirit. Spirit is saying hello to Teresa Murphy. And everybody's saying hello to one another. Very nice. So that's about it. That's what I wanted to bring up about what's happening National Tranny Day. You know, I'm sure some people that are behind the scenes listening to my show will probably unsubscribe, but that's all right. Listen, you want to unsubscribe? Fine. What can I say? What can I tell you? You know, that happened the last time to me when I did a show on what was it that I did a show on where I had some people unsubscribe. Oh God, I don't remember now what I was talking about. I had to do with the president. I had to do with the president. Yeah, I know, Teresa. I was home yesterday. I did some cooking. I made some pork chops with red hot cherry peppers and mushrooms and onions. And then I also made horchata with broccoli and mushrooms. So I did some cooking yesterday. I mean, how much cooking? I mean, today's a perfect day to make, the cook. Today's a perfect day to make chicken soup. Yeah, I don't even know if it's that cold. I don't know if it's that cold out, outside. I haven't been out yet. Yeah, maybe I will call in. I don't know. I'm very, very tempted. Very, very tempted. But today's payday. so, so that's another thing. Today's payday for me. Well, I didn't rest yesterday, Patty. I had some errands I had to run, so I took the day off. And then I decided to cook. Oh, I also made meatloaf. I made meatloaf, so I'm set for the week. And I was telling the guys I'm making meatloaf. They said, some of the guys don't like meatloaf. They're busting me. Yeah, maybe I'll make some chicken soup. Yeah, it's a good day for that. I mean, it's spring now. I mean, as we're approaching uh, April, I mean, you're gonna find that I don't make chicken soup in the spring and summer. I don't eat soup in the spring and summer. Well, in the summer, really. That's more of a fall, fall dish. You know what, Spirit? I gotta tell you something. I could not cook. All right. My ex-wife was an excellent cook, and she did all the cooking from day one. The day that we came back from our honeymoon, the next night she cooked from that point on up until the time that we broke up with one another. And I tried to learn a couple times from her, and I gave up. You know why? Because she was such a good cook that I got so used to her cooking. So of course, when you split up, she's not around to cook anymore. So I had to make a decision. Well, okay, I got to learn how to cook. Either that or have takeout every night. And that's going to be very expensive. So you want to know how I learned how to cook? I learned how to cook through some of my friends, women friends, and some of my male friends too, but mostly from YouTube. And I got to be a very good cook. I have to say, I'm bragging, but I got to be a very good cook. And people who I've given my food to have, said it was delicious and it was good and this and that. So, and plus myself. So I got to be a good cook. The only thing I don't like is, like everybody else, I don't like cleaning up. Because when I first started to learn how to cook, my kitchen sink was full of pots and pans. And I said to them, what am I doing wrong? Why do I have all these pots and pans in my sink? And he said, Ralph, you got to clean as you go along. That's why. No, my ex never remarried. No, she's down the shore. She never remarried. No. And I kind of doubt whether she will. I kind of doubt whether she will. I think she's had it with marriage. 37 years, that's a long time. Listen, we're almost together a lifetime, 37 years. So I don't think she's going to get married. So as I was saying, Patty, these questions you asked me. Oh gosh. Let me see something. Hold on. So I'm running down. Yes, Teresa, YouTube, I'm telling you, is fantastic to learn how to cook. I learned how to cook beef stew in the crock pot. I learned how to cook um, rose, corned beef and cabbage in the crock pot from YouTube. I learned how to cook the pork chops that I made. And of course, my friends too, my women friends. Um, I got to tell you one thing. My wife made excellent stuffed artichokes. And my son went down to see her on Easter, spend Easter with her. And I asked him, you know, if mom brought home if mom made any artichokes. Unfortunately, she didn't make any artichokes, but she made them for Christmas and he brought me some up. Her artichokes are off the wall. And artichokes are very expensive when you order them out, and they're just not the same. So YouTube is excellent for cooking. I mean, there's so many great cooking videos on there, and that's how I learned. Is mostly YouTube, you know. So I mean, it does have some good things, you know, as well as some, there's some there's some pretty miserable people on YouTube. But I mean, make no mistake about that. Oh, Teresa, I don't know her recipe. I got to tell you, when she stuffs them and she puts the Parmesan cheese in there, oh my God, it's so good, so good. Yeah, YouTube is a godsend when it comes to how-to videos. I've done a few things with my car on how to fix my car. You know, so I mean, there are some good points about YouTube. There are some good things about YouTube. The other things I wouldn't give you two shits for. Excuse my language. Yeah, Patty, as clean as you go. Oh my God. And believe me, when I get up in the morning, I don't like to have anything in the kitchen sink or anything in the drain. So when I cook, I clean immediately, and I wash everything and I dry it off. I don't put it in the dish drainer. I dry everything off and then I put it away, because there's nothing worse than getting up like 6 o'clock in the morning and have to do dishes, or seeing a sink full of dishes. And that's the way I used to be. So that's no more. That's no more. I put everything away right away. I dry it, nothing in the dish drainer, everything in its place on top of the counter. I don't have OCD, but I'm just a neat person. And everything is in its place. And when I wake up in the morning, all I do is, the coffee's on a time. Excuse me, the coffee's on a timer. So when I get up, the coffee's already poured. You know, so all I have to do is put the milk in, and I put it in the microwave too, just to heat it up a little bit warm. But no dishes or pots and pans in the sink. Oh, that's a no-no. I got to tell you a quick story. Next door, there was my neighbor. Of course, she was a girl, and she was looking for an apartment, and she had to leave her apartment that was next door to me. So she ended up staying with me for a month, right? Just staying with me, nothing intimate. Just we were just friends. I can't tell you, she 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 took the run of my place. Nail polish bottles all on the cocktail table, curling iron on the end table, clothes uh, over the chair. I mean, she just drove me crazy. She was here for a month, and I did her a favor until she got her place. But she drove me crazy. I mean, you know, and me, I'm a neat guy. I'm neat. Well, hold on a second, guys. Right, Gianni, I agree with you. I agree with you. Nothing worse than getting up in the morning and seeing a sink full of dishes. Well, Patty, I don't know what her recipe is. I never asked her, but it's time doing stuffing artichokes and cooking them is time consuming. That I know. Me too, Patty. I hate chairs. I hate clothes over the chairs. I don't have anything over the chairs in my place. Everything is hung up. I just like, when I come home at night. You know, I just like to come home to a clean place where everything is in order. My when the kids were home, the kids used to they used to have cereal in the morning, and then they used to put the empty cereal box back in the closet. So when I used to go when I used to go get the cereal, the box was empty. The box was empty. So I told my kids, what are you putting the empty box back in the closet for?" "Oh, I forgot, Dad. I forgot it was empty. There was a couple left in there. There was Yeah, but there was nothing left in there. What was there? Three nuggets. So they used to drive me crazy. Then the kids, they used to leave the lights on, let the shower water run. Oh my god! I used to tell them, you one of my sons used to put the shower on, go back in his room, and leave the shower running for like a half hour. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You're letting the shower run. You're bringing up my water bill. So kids, when they live at home, and they're not paying the bills, they don't realize now that they're out on their own. They don't do that anymore. They don't do any of that stuff because now they have to pay for their own bills. You know, so it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm going to thank you very much. I'm going to end this because I got to get ready to go to work. I want to thank you all for joining me. Um, Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Patty? I go through so many paper towels. I go to the dollar store at least twice a week, and I have plenty of towels. to dry the dishes, but I prefer to use paper towels. Um, so I go through a lot of paper towels because, I dry the dishes with the paper towels. And the dollar store in my town in Nutley sells Bounty. Bounty happens to be a good paper towel, but you don't get as much as you would if you bought it in ShopRite. Maybe you get about half of it. All right, Chris, you have a great day. You too, Spirit. You have a great day too. So you don't get as much. You know what I'm saying? But for $1.25, I mean, I buy a couple rolls and I use that to dry the dishes, even though I have plenty of dish towels. The dish towels I have just don't seem to do it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day today. Keep a positive attitude. I think Edwin is doing a show at 1 o'clock today on something about death. So he's doing a show, something on death, I think. Talk about depressing. I don't know what it was. Something death. I don't remember, but he's having a show at 1 o'clock. It sounds kind of depressing, but Edwin, his shows are pretty upbeat. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Edwin is a riot. He's tune in 1 o'clock. I'm doing a show on something deaf. Okay, I'll be working, but I probably have the phone in the truck. Because I want to hear what he has to say. Something about that. But he is a riot. Okay, guys, you will have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Stay well, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye bye now.